we're going to go to Fox News here, where Sean Hannity and Karl Rove are going to talk about how the media is giving President Obama unprecedented coverage. Let's focus in on that word unprecedented, because we're going to hear it again. Let's watch here first.
Journalism in America is dead. Now, it's bad enough that the White House is taking over a broadcast network for a full hour, but we were also reminded today that the White House Director of Communications for Healthcare Spin is none other than former ABC correspondent Linda Douglas. Now, that cannot be a coincidence. We also learned that ABC has declined a request by a conservative healthcare group to buy ad time during the infomercial. Now, the group says that at the very least they had hoped that ABC would let the other side pay for airtime, but nope, apparently Mickey was not interested. And joining me tonight with more is Fox News contributor Karl Rove. Karl, it seems rather unprecedented. You were there in the White House for the better part of 8 years. This ever happened while George W. Bush was president?
You know, look, it's normal for the networks to want to come in and do an interview inside the White House or to get a glimpse behind the curtain as to what goes on there. But let's step back for a minute. This is an unprecedented access to the White House, and more importantly, an unprecedented use of the White House. I can't remember a time when a network came in and was going to devote a significant block of time to covering an issue that was on the president's agenda.
Really? You can't remember that at all, huh, Karl? I feel like I remember a time when Fox News had unprecedented access to the White House and would cover every agenda of the president and without any hesitation at all. Gee, do you remember a similar time? Well, let's go to the videotape and find out if we can see it.
George W. Bush fighting to the finish. Reporting from inside the White House, Brett Baer.
Over the past few months, he's given Fox News unprecedented access at his ranch in Texas, aboard Air Force One, in the White House residence upstairs.
Up his ass.
But we begin in the Oval Office.
See what I mean? Right over here is the Gettysburg Address. We'll go pick up Laura.
Okay. Hey, Ms. Bush.
Hey,
how are you?
Good.
We talked about the program on their ranch in Texas. We saw that on Air Force One during the Mideast trip.
So you bring world leaders on this walk?
When we caught up with him on his Mideast trip in the middle of January. There's a lot more on the web. Extended interviews with the president and the first lady, a look at a unique conservation project on the Bush Ranch, and a presidential tour of the White House residence upstairs.
Unprecedented access ABC is getting. I've never seen this before in the media. I mean, I feel like journalism is dead. I mean, it's like this network coming in and giving the president an ability to explain his program. Okay, first of all, the ABC thing's about health care, and they're actually going to focus on policy issues. Fox, they're like, and here we are in the presidential bathroom, and this is where George Bush's turd floats. We have unprecedented access, and then we're under his office and under his desk. Here I am, Brett Baer, underneath the president's desk. He's going to come and sit any second right here. Dude, you guys handed over your entire network to George Bush and Karl Rove for 8 years. Now you worry that ABC is going to do an hour or so or a couple of hours on healthcare reform and not present your skewed bias thing right afterward? And wait a minute, now there's a letter going around from Michael Steele, moving the chess pieces around, I can never get enough of that quote, where he says, you know what, I can't believe that ABC is actually going to present the Obama administration's healthcare proposal on television and not give us a chance to counter. Well, why aren't they being fair and balanced? And in fact, they should, you know, if they were fair, wait a minute, fair, I've heard that word somewhere before. Oh, right, the fairness doctrine. The one that conservatives told us was despicable and terrible, and that the Democrats were going to bring back. As you read Michael Steele's letter, the whole thing is saying, give us fairness. If you're going to present that side, you have to present our side. I thought you were against the fairness doctrine. I thought you didn't want the companies to do that. Oh, when of course, when Bush was in charge and Fox News was not being fair and balanced, you had no interest. Look, I think the fairness doctrine is wrong. I think if ABC is going to do coverage of the healthcare issue, they should cover all sides and not give people 50-50, but give both sides an airing. I don't have a problem with that at all. I think if you give the facts accurately about both sides of the issue, it's a no-brainer. In fact, we have the poll out saying that 76% of Americans are already in favor of the public option. But don't give me this crap about how ABC is getting unprecedented access to the White House. Please.